A scene so surreal, even by the Trump administration's standards. It was difficult to believe that it was actually happening in the White House. U.S. President Donald Trump bragging about selling more than $1 billion worth of arms to Saudi Arabia. Trump has emerged as America's #1 weapons salesman, and some U.S. lawmakers aren't quite sure what to make of the situation. In a hearing this week, senators tried as hard as they could to make sense of their president's decision to sell so much military hardware to a country that has been involved in a war on Yemen since 2015, a war the UN has called the world's worst man-made humanitarian crisis.
The United States has been supporting Saudi Arabia since 2015 in its war against Yemen. We have done this because of the immense wealth of Saudi Arabia and the influence that they command over the American government.
The war's now in its third year, and arming the aggressors isn't exactly the best way to move forward. While the U.S. says its goal from arming Saudi Arabia is to maintain its regional interests and help its ally, the situation on the ground shows the Saudi-led coalition has gained nothing, not for the U.S. or the Saudis.
I think it's rather commonly understood that the Saudi aggression against the people in Yemen has been an ongoing war crime, a war of aggression, principally aimed at civilians. And so our provision of military help to them has not achieved a single thing.
The new UN envoy to Yemen says a roadmap should be put together in the next 2 months to reach a political solution in the country. That seems to have fallen on deaf ears. Riyadh insists on implementing its own agenda. But the question is, why doesn't the kingdom want an end to the war, a political solution?
And the only reason that this goes on is because it saves face for the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Another surreal scenario, right? But there's nothing surreal about the suffering of the millions of Yemenis living in a reality which is accompanied by everyday bombings, hunger, and disease.